Hello guys again, and welcome to another tutorial by Vic Systems. In this tutorial we're going to be learning how to set up PHP on our system. How do we begin to explore the capabilities of PHP? Alright, and from W3 Schools we can see a lot of tutorials for PHP, okay, but one of the things is we must be able to set our system up to be able to understand such a language. Okay, so from this we have a simple example. This example just prints out my first PHP script. One basic difference between the PHP and the HTML is the extension. The extensions for our PHP files are pretty different. The extension for the PHP file is .php. Okay, and we're going to be looking at that. On my examples, all my tutorials are based on Bootstrap, and I actually have a Bootstrap template here. This Bootstrap template has two important folders and one important file. Okay, the important file is the index.html, and this is just an empty page, as we can see here, just an empty page. Okay, but within the CSS folder we have important CSS scripts, okay, based on Bootstrap, but I have added some of my own animate.min.css. This CSS script actually controls a lot of animations, and I'll talk about that. And I have a special script here that is my styles.css, and from here I can actually add some custom styles of my own. So let's just get down to business. Alright, so the first thing we want to do is go ahead and install a very important software, XAMP, XAMPP. Very important. This sets up the environment for us to begin to start using our system, okay, and understand the server-side language PHP. Okay, so that's just going to take some minutes to install. But before then, when we finish creating a PHP script, it is going to have to change this extension to a .php. Alright, so I'm going to copy all this out. Alright, I'm going to copy this out, and I'm creating a new folder here. You can do that with the keyboard shortcut Ctrl plus Shift plus N. I'm going to say learn_php. Okay, so within this folder, let's continue with the installation of the XAMPP. Okay, so XAMPP creates a very important folder on your C drive, alright, called XAMPP. This is where the important files are put, the server files and all that. Okay, we're going to go ahead and click on next. Alright, okay, so I actually have this folder learn_php. This is where we're putting some of my PHP scripts, okay, or the PHP example. I'm going to copy this out as my Bootstrap template, come into learn PHP and paste that there. Alright, okay, alright, so from here I can begin to work with Sublime Text. Sublime Text is my text editor. Alright, what I'm going to do right now is just simply drag and drop this folder there, so I can have easy access to any of the files that I wish. Alright, so within my index.html I actually have the h1, so I can take that off completely. We don't want that for now. Alright, and the Bootstrap example, from the title tag we can change it to PHP lessons. Okay, so let's see how far our installation is going. Okay, our installation is still unpacking. One major thing about the PHP, as I've mentioned, is the file extension must be changed. So if I come around here and I change this file extension to PHP, right, because finally that's the file extension is going to have. So if I try opening this up with a browser, let's see, let's launch this with a browser. I'm just going to say open with, let's just try that and see. Let's say it's Google Chrome, because there's a special way you access. Alright, let's say Internet Explorer. There's a special way you access the content of PHP files after they have been created, right? But since I do not have any server installed on my machine, I will not be able to view or enjoy some of the codes. All right. So as you can see, Internet Explorer is trying to open that up without the server, running into a lot of issues here. Okay, so the purpose of this tutorial is to help you understand how to set this up. Okay, so if I check within my C drive, I'll realize that a folder XAMPP is now being created. Okay, one very important thing you must note again is in this special folder called htdocs, this is where we put the folder or our projects. So if I have a project about a school management system, if I have a project about a social networking site, this is where I actually put that particular folder. Okay, so in our case, we are just getting into learning PHP. So what I'm going to do is just copy this folder, head on to my C drive. Okay, I can actually do this without my XAMP being fully installed. All right, go into my htdocs and just paste that there. Okay, so I have a project folder waiting. All right, XAMP actually takes some time to install. Okay, so within my learn HTML or learn PHP, I can, okay, let me make sure I represent this correctly, because now the directory has been changed. Okay, I don't want to save. All right, so let's just pull this folder here. Good. All right. Let's begin to try out some of our codes. Okay, just going to open up W3 Schools. Okay, I already have it here. All right, we're just going to pick one of the codes and we'll be testing that out. We're testing that out. I already have it here. Yeah, my computer is really going through a lot of work right now. Okay, so there's a lot we can do with PHP, but we're just getting started. We're getting started, right? So we're going to be testing out this code, and from this example, we say our show PHP tool makes it easy to learn PHP. It shows both the PHP source code and HTML output of the code. All right. So this is supposed to show us a text. It's supposed to show us a text. My first PHP script is supposed to do that. All right. So let's check how far our installation has gone. Okay. We are still on the installation path. All right. So we can just come into this place and we have a standard for our PHP scripts. It must be encased in that syntax. So we're just going to head on here and say echo my first PHP script. Pretty cool, right? Okay. All right. So let's see how far installation is going. Okay. So you can see PHP is a server scripting language and a wonderful tool for making dynamic and interactive web pages. The PHP is widely used. Okay, it helps us to interact with our database, that is, get some data from the database and display it on your web page. A very important tool and very useful. Okay, so we're just going to wait some few minutes for the installation to complete. PHP can perform a lot of calculations. It is a language. It has its variables. It has its special syntax. Alright, special syntax. W3 Schools is a very rich resource for us to learn a lot from the different web platform languages. Okay, it has some tutorials on SQL, JavaScript, CSS, PHP, and a whole lot. Okay. Yeah, but we can't really understand all this if we can't set up our system to properly function as a server. So let's see how far our installation is going. Come on, go, computer, go. Yeah. So far, I can refresh this. Okay. Got nothing yet. Right. So for PHP scripts, you can't just double click on the PHP files and they show up in the browser, as we have seen. There is a special way to navigate and launch such items. Okay, and we're going to look at that very shortly. So my XAMP will soon be done installing, and after it is done, it's going to require that we start the servers, the Apache server and the MySQL servers. Go, computer, go. Alright, just gonna wait a little for the installation to complete. Oh, very wonderful. Takes quite some time to finish up the installation. Oh, that's wonderful. So our installation is done, and here we see setup as finished installing XAMPP on your computer. Do you want to start the control panel? Yeah. So the control panel is one very basic application that helps us manage the XAMPP software. Okay, so I'm going to click on finish and it will launch this. So the first thing we have to do is select the language. Okay, so I'm going to select English. Alright, so you can also notice from your start menu that alright, XAMPP software will show up as one of your applications now, or it could be in your desktop computer. Alright, there we go, XAMPP. But I have it here on my three icons, so I'm just going to double click this to launch the control panel. Alright, so here I have Apache MySQL. What you have to do now is click on start. Alright, click on start. So right about now my system is serving some PHP files. Okay, another thing we have to do is allow access for this, and that's the Apache HTTP servers. Very important. Over a special computer I have here. Okay. Alright, so remember I already have within my C drive the XAMP folder, I have a special folder htdocs. This is very, very important. This is where our project files all go. All right, so I am at learn/h and php. This is where we are going to be practicing some very important php coding. Okay, so I guess I have those items activated. So the next thing we have to do right now is go to our browser. I'm using Google Chrome and you want to type localhost. Just hit enter, and this is going to launch us into the XAMP dashboard page. Okay, now we couldn't do this before, and if I should shut down the servers, I will not be able to access this page anymore. Okay, and one very important link is the php my admin, and we're going to see how that works. But this is just a sign that our server is up and running perfectly. Okay, so this is very important. Again, I'm just going to take out dashboard. If you notice, within the directory of our XAMP, we have a folder called dashboard. So in essence, automatically when you type in localhost, it goes directly to this folder. But we want to change that directory. We just want to come to localhost and we want to say learn_php. Okay, and we're going to say, because that's a folder, we hit as / and we have index.php. we're going to hit enter now. All right, so very nice, we have launched our first page, index.php. If I come over to my text here and I edit it, all right, I say my first PHP script, I am so glad about this. Okay, so if I save that, I'm going to come here and relaunch that. Okay, I say good. So we have just begun to work with our PHP script. All right. Okay, so I hope you learned a lot from this video, and I want you to follow up for more exciting videos. But before you go, I just want us to do something pretty exciting. Let's just say we want to print the current date. Yeah, the current date. I'm just going to copy all this. I'm going to copy all of this, yeah, into my new script here. Okay, so within the same syntax. Okay, let's be careful about this. All right, so different codes and save. All right, this is going to be exciting. All right, let's just come here and refresh this. What do we find? Oh, this is wonderful. Today's date is. I hope you enjoyed this video. I want you to follow Vic Systems for more exciting videos like this. Thank you very much for